It's always something that never work right. But I'm just trying to spread a little righteousness and try to do it in a way where people can understand it. I was like you said, I was a dummy. I didn't know half of the stuff that you need to know to save your soul. To save your soul. So I'm trying to come with a little something that might be able to help some people. And I wish that I would have had it when I was young. But just so happened, I was a good person, and God still worked with me. And He worked with me today, an old man, 73 years old, time for him to die, you know? But now I see what He did. He tried to put something in me so I can try to help other people. Just like I was lost. I can't find too many people that can see all the churches and everything else. I still can't find that many people can see. One of the things I want to try to reveal to people is this thing that happened to you when you become an age where you can start experiencing feelings and emotions and have to worry about it. I know when I started, I think I was in the 3rd or 4th grade, 5th grade, something, when I started liking this girl. And then that emotion came to me. Now, this what had got me, because I didn't know nothing about emotion, to being that young and everything. And so when I seen her, and I didn't know none of these things that you're going to hear me talk about a little bit, that when I started experiencing these emotions, I thought it was me, and I thought it was all about me. And I would feel them, and I wanted to feel them much as I can. And so I started liking this girl, and the feeling was in me real strong. Lay down in the bed thinking about it, lay down. But see, I'm going to tell you one other thing. I didn't know about that imagination, okay? I'm laying up in the house with the imagination and creeped up in my mind, done making me feel the feeling more and having that me almost see the girl. I didn't know none of this stuff when I was young. I didn't know none of this stuff when I was an elderly guy, you know? Because I got caught in emotions all the way my whole life, all the way down through there. And I know if I would have knew about those emotions anywhere in the world, I would have got caught. Because they real simple. And when that thing started coming to me when I was young, I never got off it because I was too busy on that emotion that I was feeling. That's why I stayed so long with the emotions, and I used to ride down the road, see girls at the place, stop, talk, and everything, and exploited that emotion because I didn't know that little imagination. I don't care how many women you got, there's always one different and one strange that imagination reach out and pull it in there so he can have stepping stone. But I ain't gonna talk too much about the stepping stone right now. I'm just trying to get this imagination and those five senses so you can see some of the things so you'll know what you're fighting up against. Now when that old imagination come down and come down through the mind and then it comes out imagination, put the picture of them, and that's the feelings from the outside. So see your eyes did, and you see that brings it inside. And when that comes inside of you, and it gets to the outskirts of the heart, here comes an emotion. And that's what most people don't try to teach the people to be aware of those kind of feelings, because they stop your life completely, because the thing that makes you feel good, that's the most of the thing that you go. It said some people are super intelligent. I wasn't one of those intelligent. I wasn't one of those intelligent people, but some people had fraud and all them things. And so you know how that is. They learned by the emotion. While we was in the fields, they was out 400 years then, they was out there learning about life, emotional parts and everything else. I think that's why we have such a hard time, because we don't know nothing. We were too busy working and doing all this stuff. But that ain't got nothing to do with this philosophy that I'm trying to spread to help people save their soul, because that's part of life and you can't change it. And the worst thing you could do is hate. Try to bring that old nasty feeling of hate. God laid some things out in that Bible, the Good Samaritan and stuff like that, to help you fight off those old feelings that you get where you hate and stuff. But that's a whole nother subject you have to get on. But I might get on it a little bit because I think it's important. But when you get that old imagination coming down through there and going to the mind and playing all those old feelings within you, then there go your relationship and everything else, and then you know you care about your woman, although she might be coming to you, but you know you care, and that's what causes you most of the problem. But when you begin to recognize just that function that them eyes bring to the table, and then how that imagination come there and go in your mind and bring pictures and everything, you have to be real careful. I ain't gonna talk too much about your how you say it, bringing stuff into your reality, because that's when stuff stays. If you bring it in your reality, and then that's your everyday life, and then that stuff will stay. That's why sometimes you be brought one of them in there, and then you see them again, then you see them again. They be come into your reality. But most of the time to fight that kind of thing, you have to not let them come into your reality. You don't want to be riding around thinking about them, and you don't want to be, because they tools of the devil. But I'm just talking about right now about that thing you have to go through in trying to fight off the devil, that be trying to mess up your relationship. People will stay together a lot longer if they just watch how they feel about each other. But that thing can be that thing can be brought to the real good for you, and all this, on with my wife, I'm living proof. I don't think that never leaves with you and your wife. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I thought I seen somebody walking behind my house. I wanted to get up and go see, but I know it ain't nothing but the devil. Could have been a bird flying, it could have been anything. Could have been anything. But you have to be real careful, because times are hard and people are doing everything, trying to find a place to live and stuff like that, and they're stealing and stuff. But that goes all the way back to all those emotions, just like that one come in from the outside with with the sex and everything, but you got the other emotion coming in with the stealing, with the robbing, with everything else. That's why you have to be careful about bringing them into your reality. You can't bring those kind of things into your reality. You can't, because just as long as you let it come into your reality and you lay a foundation that stays with you. And it take God, the only one that I know that can relieve you of those kind of emotions. But we not talking about that right now. We talking about those five senses and how they bring all kind of different emotions to you and cause you all kind of problems. And you hear me talk like it was easy. No, I was 40 years trying to understand this kind of philosophy here. But now that I got it, I like to share it with anybody that I can, and anybody can get it. It's to sure they wash their mind, because the thoughts and all the other emotion coming from the thoughts to produce that feeling within you. That's when you know when to start fighting and resisting. But most of the time, you can win this battle, but you got to keep God close to your heart. You got to have God in your heart if you're going to survive and get that eternity. But the driving force in my life, after I done seen all these things I have to go through to get to God, I'm always going to be for God. I done messed around and got him where he deep down in my soul. And that's why I like him. But they say that soul is what lives forever and ever and ever, even when you die. That's why I can't understand why people are so concerned about, oh, I'm white, I'm black, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. That soul don't have a color to it. Everything that I ever heard of, thought about God, about everything, the soul is the only thing that lives forever. This awareness that we pissing around here on the face of the earth and going through tribulations and burning all up and everything, that thing don't have no color to it. But once you realize there ain't no color, then color to it is where you're going to be forever. Then maybe a lot of people will come from away from this prejudice. I like to be able to say, ain't a white person I hate in the world. I don't hate nobody, to be honest with you. I can't hate people. That's when you know you begin to get on the right road to my living forever and ever and ever, and no fire, like they said. You know, you go to burn forever and ever. That's when you know you don't even want that. I can't wait to go. You know how God says, store up all your treasures in heaven? Already stored all mine up in heaven. He ain't nothing on this earth going with you. So don't cling to nothing. What you mean, don't cling to nothing? I said to myself, don't want the fast car, don't want the big house, care about people. Oh, well then, okay, when you talk about caring about people, that's another side of life on God's side. Because God got certain things you have to feel also to let him know that you still there and you ain't completely taken over by the devil. And that's that faith, that's that hope, that charity, forgiveness. And when you talk about forgiveness, that's one of the strongest ones that there is. God said, if you forgive a person and you lose your life for righteousness, you surely save it. Now that ain't what I say. That's from everything that I know how God operates. And he said, if you give your life for righteousness, you surely save it. Now that's coming from God. So I always try to watch my thoughts and everything about me when it concerns a situation that being happening and don't go my way, and I might be losing money or might not can't get where I want, or trying to buy a truck to do this old tree business that I got and can't get it. I always try to watch the way I think. So then when you do follow that process, then you have to look back at yourself and question yourself how you feel. Okay, go down in your heart and see if it's anybody in there you hate or you dislike. And that's what I do. I can't find nothing I hate. Nothing, no animals, no nothing. Nothing. I don't have that hatred in my heart. People try to always try to help people. Who needed help more than me? Everybody in this town know. I walked around 30, 40 years sometime, I think, with 6, 7 or 8 kids. One of them gone now. 8 kids. Doing this old tree work, doing this, doing anything I can to survive, and doing the drugs. God saved me. I'm so glad he saved me. He saved me, done blessed me tenfold. Now I have to tell anybody, done blessed me tenfold. I don't want for nothing. I mean, a bunch of debt, because I had to buy some new equipment for my sons. I'm happy my son from Germany retired at the Air Force. I'm happy that Obadiah was able to take care of the business like it should be. Same little kid that was with me when we were scraping and to get money to eat, money to try to live in a motel. Same, was right there carrying the torch. All my girls are nurses. About 4 of them. I mean, we slept in an abandoned house. I mean, we slept in the bushes. I remember one of my little girls was sitting up on the things and oh, these gnats. Why you can't get rid I mean by getting rid of the flies and the gnats. That was on the Shea place on Casey Key that we were working for a guy for. She took at me and I still laugh about it today. But getting back to the real thing, you got to watch those emotions. That's the cake that attracts you all the time. It ain't sweet and it ain't bitter, but they do make you feel good. Make you feel good, and that's the thing that leads you in this short time we on the face of this earth. That's the thing that leads us through it, and we have to do what's right. But I try to understand why people can't want what's right. I can understand the ones that don't know the philosophy, because I got stuck in it for years and years and years. And if I can get stuck, anybody can get stuck. But once a person starts trying to do experiments with it and trying to watch their emotions and watch how they react to a situation that comes to them, I can see how could they continue to sacrifice eternity for anything on the face of the earth. And I can't see why when they get old and it's time for them to get ready to die, I can't understand why they don't want to go to it. Only reason I could think is that they don't find a way. I remember when I didn't know nothing about finding no way or nothing about nothing, didn't care about nothing, just was a homemonger, was a sorry person. But once you start seeing the light, and what God give you that light, you don't want nothing but the light. It'll come to you just like that feeling come to you that you be feeling right here with all the drugs and all this here. That thing, that God feeling come to you 1,000 times more powerful than any of the drugs that the world got to offer. And I can't understand for nothing in the world why people can't halfway understand. I'm a dummy, GED educated. And I can see you got professors and billionaires and everything else stuck on emotion. They stuck and don't know time that breath of life. Boom, y'all. They gone. They can't take it with them. I'm 73. I'm getting old. That means my time done come and it's time for me to go. Now that's what that means. You think I'm running around here scared and don't want to go out? I can't wait to get down there. Oh God, just take me by sleep and let me float on out into them stars. I'm going to play with the gators. I'm going to run with the cheetahs. I'm going to create all kinds of different worlds. Hey, God said we made in his own image. Whatever he can do, we can do. And how many years I'm going to live? Ain't no number with forever. So ain't no use if nobody telling me to step back on that road that I travel. You can't get me to travel that road no more. Ain't no way in the world I sacrifice my eternity for that. And I feel so sorry for some of the young people. They just don't know. And they ain't got no way out. And time's getting harder and harder. The devil having the fear they were making them. The devil, oh yeah, I got this one tonight. I'm going to have that one stealing. I'm going to have that one selling rocks over here. I'm going to have that. Oh yeah, I'm going to take them all to hell right with me. I wish that they could wake up and see. Even if they had to climb trees, dig ditches, everything, ain't nothing worth traveling this road with the devil that he's giving. And you can believe he's giving it to you and laughing as he gets you. Laughing. That's why I was trying to get up here this morning and try to let the people know about the different things and different senses that catches you up. I didn't know, and they caught me up really bad, and I had a lot of tribulation because I was crazy about my kids, and I went to prison twice, but that's the only time my kid was ever from around me. I loved it, my kid. So I want to tell everybody the right way to go about this. Those 5 senses that you hear me talking about, I hope you could see the eyes. I used to ride down the road and stop by a Winn-Dixie or stop by a laundromat looking there. Oh yeah, look at her. Knowing she had somebody home, she looking at me smiling, I'm looking at her smiling. All dirty, nasty stuff. And then, okay, I'll be driving down the road, and here come her thought, and then the imagination picks it up, time to get in my head. And I'm just like I see her right then, just like she's sitting in the car. And bet you if she showed me that she liked it, man, and stuff, that's an emotion from the outside in. Can't you see how you could ride down the road and never see that individual, and they ain't nothing, can't touch you at all. But no sooner you see her, and then here come that imagination coming down there, and then jumping in your mind, and then you create, well, I see it then, and I start talking about it. You see where the connection is from the outside in. What God said, he said. God said, I search the rims of the heart. I don't go to your mind. I don't go to God said, you don't go none of that garbage. God see it. Ain't but two things you really have to worry about. And it's up to you if you want to see them. Right and wrong. I don't care how much other philosophies, and I don't care how much this and how much that, and how much all these different religions and all that. The devil always somewhere hiding. Right and wrong. Right and wrong. Okay, let's go to another one from the outside in. Okay, your eyes already done tricked her and you got us, okay? So you sitting in the car with her. Ooh, girl, you smell good. All kind of cologne and everything. And everything there. Oh, here it comes. Right through there. Right up there to that mind. They go to imagination. And then the first thing you do, come on, give me a little kiss, baby. With the mouth. Use your mouth to eat out and don't yet let the mouth be a tool for the devil to use with the second hand. You eat the wrong things and everything. There. And everything there. I didn't miss one. I'm talking so fast it tickled me because I look back at my life. I said I was nothing but trapped by the devil. I was stupid and didn't make no sacrifice toward righteousness. Okay, I ain't got the eyes. I ain't got the nose with the smell good. Okay, here comes the mouth. The mouth carry two blades. You could be a glutton person, or you kiss and have that kind of relationship on that side. But you have to watch that mouth, because that mouth will give you an appetite like you can't stop. And then they go, the weight come on you. So you have to watch that mouth. You got two of them avenues coming at you. Okay, well, after the mouth, we got one more. What is it? I don't know if I got that. I don't know which one I got, because I was trying to go through them five senses that you have to see a word, right? But the sense of smell, that one up there too. You know, she smells good. That just put ice cream on the cake. And that's from the outside in. But you see the connection. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. You see the connection from all those things from the outside in. You see them? All of them, all those emotions. But can you imagine the thing that beats on your mind, that has you when you be caught like that? And then the women, you go home and the woman look at you and she can tell something done changed in your appearance and everything else. And then you think she don't see, but she be sitting there all balled up in the head and everything else. I know it, I see something wrong with you. And she be dead right. Because we show ourselves when that stuff come at us. And we don't be fair to her, or to ourselves, or to our kids. And when you start doing that, now that's when that sexual part of the relationship start falling. Then you get where you don't want that much of that with them. You're looking for the new. That's from the outside in. Let me tell you a little bit about the ones from the coast. I'm still struggling with the ones from the inside out. These are ones that Jesus looked for. Remember that thing? Remember that thing where Jesus told one of them that jumped out the boat when he was walking to him on the water, and the guy jumped out and started walking to Jesus. And then all of a sudden he looked down and seen you walk on the water. And then he fell, and God come pick him up and said, if you had the faith of a mustard seed. That's one of the strongest emotions that you can get. There's another one up in there now for you. If Jesus told me, if you had the faith ain't nothing but a word that represents an emotion. Now that's what I'm searching now, trying to find the emotion that can do just like all this brand new technology is doing, can touch stuff and cause stuff to act a certain way without you seeing it and everything there. And Jesus said, if you have the faith of a mustard seed, that's a powerful feeling. You can tell that mountain to get up and move, and it'll move. That's the kind of power that Jesus was letting him know that he had. But he didn't have it. And remember, Jesus did him again like that. Tried to tell him he ain't have the faith. Before the rooster crows or something was in there, I ain't that lyric about that kind of stuff, about every little verse and every little thing about the Bible. But I try to hold the things I really need to save me and my soul. And I remember that one where Jesus told him, who was that saying? Cast the first stone. No, that was the whore at the well. There was one more that God showed him about forgiveness. Okay, we'll go to the forgiveness. Because the devil, when I get to talking like this, the devil always comes up. But this is what the devil always do to me. He come into my heart, and then he start going through. What he be doing with me, he be looking for some stuff that I haven't prayed for, that I haven't taken to God, that he be on, because he said build a staff step in my heart and trying to get there. That's what he be trying to get, to block me from trying to help or give anybody some kind of knowledge. So, okay, he'll find some up there, and then he'll come in right there where he ain't there and he ain't aware of this. So I'm going to come in on him, and he won't even remember this here, what he trying to share to the people. And that's how he do me. I'm not perfect. I got a lot of things I need to still pray for, and I still try to stay in my heart, but I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. But getting back to the Jesus, the godly thing, you got that faith. You got that faith. Then you got charity. You remember the charity part where God said about the Good Samaritan, picked the guy up and took him to the innkeeper, paid the bill, and told the innkeeper, take care of him and I'll come back and I'll get him. And really, it ain't that many of them, but the ones that really sticks me, that stands out so strong, is forgiveness. I don't care how bad a relationship gets, all you gotta do is forgive a person. Forgive them. Forgiveness chokes that bad incident that the devil been slid down there and got the person in there. Forgiveness chokes that out and then the relationship can go on. But if you can't forgive, you might well go and find you somebody else or something else or do whatever. Forgiveness is one of the greatest things. That's the thing that you heard me talk about earlier when God said, if you can't forgive, how can you expect to be forgiven? You have to forgive. If you're looking for something, God to forgive you, and you and I both know all of us just full of sin. All of us just covered with dirt. That's what I call sin, dirt. and unrighteousness. We just covered in it. And so God said, forgive. And God, remember that other thing what God said too. Just to show you, give your life in that kind of situation, you know, you surely save it. You surely. Not the forgiveness on that now. Look at the devil trying to give it. But that is almost the same thing. You being brought into your reality. That's why he tried to bring a lot, put stuff into my reality to try to come back up when I'm trying to help people. To be honest with you, that's another thing I want to do too. I just want to help people and then die. And I want my eternity. I already stored up my treasures. I'm just like I remember I was 4 years old and I used to wait on my horse, wait till 12 o'clock come to jump up there and get my horse, and never got a bicycle, but we were poor. But, you know, I was happy. You be so happy when you get in there. But God tried to tell you, don't worry about a thing. Everything gonna come. Throw it. You don't want nothing from down there. Nothing. That's what people have to do. People don't understand God. You don't want nothing from down there. All of it gonna burn. That's what God said. Every inch of it gonna burn. Every inch of it. Everything gonna burn. Throw up all your treasures in heaven. Wherever your treasures will be, that's where you gonna be. But some people can't ask that because they can't forgive. And forgiveness is one of the strongest roads that you have to go through in this lifetime. Forgive, 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 forgive. He said, how can you? I'm looking down in your life and you can't forgive. I'm looking down in your life, you won't give the man that's standing inside the road $20. You go buy a rock or something. And so why you expect me to treat you different from the way you treat my son over there? That's what we don't seem to understand good enough to me. I always was looking for the end of the road so I can have some concrete and I can make this disappear. I can make them say, see, I'm telling you the truth, something, but that ain't how it works. All you need to do is stand up for God. All the preachers gotta do is truly stand up for God. Stand up for God. And just watch the things that happen to you in your daily run. Just watch. God be right there for you every inch of the way that you have to go. He be right there. But it ain't two things, right and wrong. Oh, you're going out juking Friday, huh? Yeah, gonna have some fun. Them the devil feelings. You want to go through this thing as peaceful as you can and have all the things, your fun and everything later on when you're going with God. And the feeling that you get, you create what you want to, be what you want to, create worlds. God said we could do it because we made in His image. People's kind of stupid, and this is the stupidest generation to me, but I shouldn't be no judge of how stupid the people are. But to me, they stupid. Look how the country going, killing up the people and watching babies kill. Anytime I see them little kids in Ukraine going through like that, and they killing them, and they got big old tanks and everything, and we can't help, and I was in the military, so I'm a little partial to that, because I feel like we should help, but then, oh, our goodness, and this might hurt us. Oh no, if Russia come and bomb us with a nuclear weapon. God said, if you give your life for righteousness, you surely save it. Now that's the only thing. And I ain't seen not one person, I done lived 73 years, I ain't seen one person that lived forever. Now that's the God himself. I ain't seen one person live forever. So we have to do what's right. I don't care. Look at what's happening now to us, the people here. I was so glad that lady went on out there and went on that little old country, that the big old country wanted to knock them down. Oh, and you better not come here if we're going to have the war and all this old kind of stuff. We have to stand up for righteousness. But God told you, you have to stand up for righteousness. And if it takes giving your life for righteousness, that's what you're supposed to do. I look at the Republicans. I look at that one-man Hitler thing that got all those people corrupted. All those people. How can one Hitler do that? One Hitler. Wholemonger, everything. Then they take 2 years. Oh, we can't charge him with nothing. What that say about you? This little incident, that my daughter was telling me about, the guy had come in off the guy had whooped the boy fair and square, beat him. And he went on in the dance, in the dance, and then, okay, and then he come out with the girl they were fighting about and stuff like that. Then the kid jumped out the bushes and boom! Okay? My daughter said, I said, how did the kid die? She said, the only thing I seen was tears coming from the corner of one of his eyes. All that's for us. All that's for us, trying to teach us the right way we have to live our life. If you want a life after death, I ain't talking about now. I got caught up 30, 40 years running behind a substance that they let come on the street. They could stop anything they want. Some greedy fat cat with a young girl, 15, 16, on the beaches and stuff like that, and all doped up with the drugs, and they experiencing that old messed up. I know about them feelings. The old messed up feeling, and that's what they love. But they can't understand they is not going to be here forever. They going to die. And then they go judgment from the judge. Oh, you go right to the fire. Oh, please, please. All the tears and all the crying and nothing else going to help you. No, you go on to that fire for eternity. We're trying to get them to understand that. You're just wasting your time. And I see it every day. I see it every day with the people. Can't catch it, can't do nothing about it. Oh, the man on TV telling you, I need this, man, I need that. People doing all kind of dirty, nasty stuff to other people. You don't want that. You don't want to be like that. You don't even want to be associated with a person. Because it's time for you to die too. Biden's 79, I'm 73, and I see some of my thoughts slipping away. Can't remember like you normally do. But one thing that really helps me sometimes, God come right back. Boom, boom, boom. Anytime he want me to get something out, he always come. Boom, boom, boom. And I know it's time for me to die. You think I don't think the devils run this whole country? You think I don't think that somebody gonna be trying to shoot and kill me? I know it's gonna happen. I try to just warn my family. I know it's gonna happen. People don't like righteousness. And you can't blame them for not wanting righteousness. But God is what you're going to need. God can wipe them all out. And that's what He going to do. I know He going to do it. No sooner Sam's a blank, Sam right there with God. Blank. Then who all you want to get, Sam? Get them all who conniving and doing all the dirtiness behind my back. Let me see them first. And then get them all. Okay, there they go, all of them. Boom, y'all. Let me see that for. You don't see me. You don't see me scared of leaving here. I had a good life. Thought I could whoop Muhammad. Back in the day, I probably could. But when I went for the football team, I was about real short and too fat. And all the other guys was way up over me. And now I look at all of them, I said, good, they would have a Sam. You have on your side, you could have ran all of them. But God had something else for me. He had to put me through them tribulations for this, to tell the people, to try to help the people. I don't see nobody else trying to help the people. All them people that were good football players and this and that and all that, got publicity and all that. I don't never see nobody trying to use it to really help people. Most people seem to be self-centered, and that's the worst way to be. That's the worst way to be, is self-centered. Self-centered. And I don't know why they like that. They ain't got no power. Can't none of them say something and do it and say, this is the proof. That's what I was waiting, trying to say, if I could make that disappear, then more people will believe me. And then I come to my conclusion, that power belongs to nobody but God. But you could direct people. That's what made me start looking out for that imagination and them eyes, and being able to distinguish what's coming from the outside and what's coming from the inside. And faith, hope, charity, all them things. You see how a person, no, I don't want to give him my money. That's from the inside out. Oh, no, I can't do this to him. I can't pick them up from work. But they're working and taking care of you. But I got something I got to do from the inside out. Can't you see, if God search your heart from the inside out to see if you're worthy of doing righteousness, can't you see when He see that you don't want to do it, and He's searching the heart, He ain't searching the mind and all that there where that imagination is. He's searching your heart. Can't you see that He see how you truly are? You ain't no good. You need to go to hell. You need to burn forever. I was so glad Pelosi, she took a hard thing on her. She didn't know what the man was going to do over there, but she took it. And she really sacrificed herself for it. Got sick of them people making us look scary, dodgy, and everything, and can't send the people the right weapon to hit up to the Putin house. Oh, Putin them gonna hit us. So they hit our house. So they hit our house. So what? We all die. We got to do, just to sure we die. If they got something to hit our house, we got something to hit their house. And so all of us die. Yeah, I think I get a little upset when I see how they hang on to life like they're going to live forever. I watch them every day die. I die. Ain't got 73. Time for me to die. Stupid. They're the stupidest people I've ever seen in my life. Now they are stupid. Make a sacrifice. God tell you, if you do it for righteousness, you surely save yourself. So if you can turn down one wrong thing that's going to make you feel good, turn it down. Turn it down. Say, God, I got one with me now. Now don't forget me now. So God asks for, feel it though when you turn it. Because the feeling is the only thing that connects you with God. Feelings, not the dirty ones. See how Jesus hung on that cross? That type feeling. Okay, hung on there suffering. Felt it. But that's what none of us want. And they think they're going to live forever.